This is 12 marks issue of shares, which is the definite question. 100% this question will come. Okay. Now Mudreshwar Tiles Limited issued 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 2 per share. The amount payable was as under: 2 on application, 6 on allotment including premium, 4 on first and final call. All the shares were subscribed and money duly received except the first and final call on 5,000 shares. The directors forfeited these shares and reissued them as fully paid up at 7 per share. So as I said, we're not going in depth. I'm not going to explain the logic or concept here. Please remember, issue of debentures is which will be asked for 6 marks. Issue of shares will be asked for 12 marks. For 12 marks, they will ask, you will have question on calls and arrears and forfeiture and reissue of those forfeited shares. Okay, so the first 6 journal entries is common for debentures and shareholders. The only difference is, in debenture sum we will use debenture application. For shares we will use as share application. So wherever you use debenture, there here you will use it share, equity share. If they mention equity share, add equity share. Okay, and another thing, instead of share capital, there you will use 10% debenture or 5% debenture, whichever debenture, the name will change. If not, all the 6 journal entries, the first 6 journal entries will be the same. Now Mudreshwar Company Limited issued how many shares? 50,000 equity shares of 10 each at a premium of 2. As I said, now total is 10 rupees plus 2 rupees premium, so 12 rupees. Now this 12 rupees is collected at different stages. The first stage is application, then allotment stage they collect for 6 rupees, and first and final call 4 rupees. Okay, and at the final, all the shares were subscribed and money duly paid, except on this first and final call 5,000 people did not pay this 4 rupees, and those for 5,000 shares only you will cancel, which is called forfeiture. After you cancel those 5,000 shares, you will reissue it, you will resell it for 7 rupees. Okay, so as I said, the first 6 journal entries is the same. Then you will pass 3 more journal entries. One is for cancellation of those 5,000 shares, and then for reissue of those 5,000 shares, and you make a profit because of this cancellation and reissue, which has to be transferred to capital reserve, which will be your 9th journal entry. Okay, to begin with your first journal entry, the format is the same. You will write date, serial number, date or serial number. Generally in this chapter you have serial number 1 2 3, then particulars, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees, and the heading will be journal entries in the books of whichever company is mentioned. Here it says Mudreshwar Tiles Limited, so I have written Mudreshwar Tiles Limited. Now first, as I said, for each of these stages you will have 2 journal entries. Now 2 on application. As I said, first is I will receive money on application. So it is bank account debit to equity share application account. So I'm receiving money on application. How much will I receive? 2 rupees on 50,000 shares. So 50,000 into 2 rupees, which is 1 lakh. Narration would be being application money received. Okay, after I receive the application money, I need to transfer it to share capital. So you will write what you had credited will be debited now. So you will write equity share application account debit to share capital account. Okay, so it is share application account to share capital account. How much will I transfer? The same 1 lakh which I received. So 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Narration would be being application money transferred, application money transferred to share capital account. Okay, then third entry. As I said, for each stage 2 entries. Application is the only stage where I receive money first itself, that is in advance. So it is bank account to share application account, then share application to share capital account. Next, allotment stage. So allotment, what we will do, the second and one will be repeated as third and fourth. That means it will come in reverse. This will be your third entry, this will be your fourth entry. Instead of application, I will mention it as allotment. So the next stage would be, I'm not writing equity. I want you to write equity before it, for your easy understanding. I'm skipping the word equity, but when you write it in the exam, please mention equity. So the third entry would be, instead of application, I told you, you will write share allotment account debit to. So you always leave one line when there's premium or discount. Okay, uh, share allotment account debit to share capital account. Okay, share allotment account debit to share capital account. Now how much is allotment? They've given 6 rupees on how many shares? 50,000. So 50,000 into 6, which will give me 3 lakh. Okay, if the question did not have premium, I would have written the same 3 lakh here. Okay, so I would have written to share capital 3 lakh, but it says including premium. How much is premium? 2 rupees. See, check here, at a premium of 2 per share, so 2 rupees is the premium. So when they mention premium, premium is an income for me, okay, which has to be credited. So you will write to securities premium. Now how much is the premium? 2 rupees is the premium. Okay, so 50,000 into 2, which will give me 1 lakh. Because it is credited, that's why I've written 2. So credit means this is your credit column. So here I will write 1 lakh. So the difference is 2 lakhs. Always your debit and credit should be the same. Here it's 3 lakhs. So the balance 2 lakh is transferred to your share capital account. So narration would be, being allotment money due. That is, after I receive the application, I transfer it to share capital. Then I will ask allotment money from the public. So when I ask, I should pass a journal entry to ask the money due. So it is share allotment account to share capital account. If there is premium, you will write to security premium. Okay, if it is discount, it will be debit. So discount on issue of shares. Generally, they don't ask discount on issue of shares. Discount on issue of debentures can be asked for 6 marks. Yes, done. Then after I ask people to pay, they will pay me money. So cash is coming in. So it will be bank account debit to, for what am I receiving the money? Share allotment. So it will be share allotment account. How much will I receive? 3 lakh. So I'm asking people to pay me 3 lakh and I'm receiving 3 lakh. Okay, being allotment money received. Okay, now if you check the second, what did I say? Your first and second is repeated as your third and fourth. That is, instead of second one will be your third entry, share application. Instead of share application, I'll write share allotment. Same, to share capital I'll write. Because there's premium, I've written to security premium. If not, this line will not come. The first entry is your fourth one. If you see bank account debit to equity share, instead of application, I've written allotment. Okay. Yeah, so being allotment money received. Now the fifth journal entry. Now fifth journal entry is what? For your first and final call. It is the same. Third and fourth only, I'll repeat it as fifth and sixth. First I should ask people to pay. So pass a journal entry for due amount. Then you will receive money. So it will be, instead of allotment, I will write share first and final call. Share first and final call account debit. Now how much is the money? Share, okay, one before that, share first and final call account to share capital account. Okay, now how much is due? I'm going to ask 4 rupees from these 50,000 people. So it will be 50,000 into 4, which will give me 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. Narration would be, being first and final call money due. Okay, I'm asking them to pay. Now after I ask them to pay, they will pay me. So when they pay me, I will receive cash. So it is bank account debit to For what am I receiving the money? First and final call. So you write share first and final call account. Okay, now how much money are you receiving? It says all the shares were subscribed or money duly received except the first and final call 5,000 people. Now I'm asking 50,000 people to pay me 4 rupees. In that I'm receiving the entire amount except on 5,000 shares, which means I will receive it from 45,000 people. See, simple. I'm asking 50,000 people to pay me 4 rupees. In that, I'm receiving the entire money except 5,000 shares. That means 5,000 people are not paying me. So, I will receive money from 45,000 people. How much? 4 rupees. So, this will be give me 1,80,000. Okay? Yeah. Now, but how much I'm supposed to receive at first and final call? 2 lakh. See, it's here 2 lakh. So, I will write 2 lakh. Okay, now how much is the difference? 20,000. Now this 20,000 is called as calls in arrears. Calls in arrears is the amount which is not paid by the shareholder at the time of call. Now how many people did not pay me money? 5,000 people. How much they did not pay me? 4 rupees. So that's how you can cross check. You will get exactly 20,000. So I repeat, bank account to share first and final call. The entire money is received, I will write the same 2 lakh. But here it says I've received money except on 5,000 people. So how many I've received money? 45,000 into 4 rupees. Okay, how much I'm supposed to receive? 2 lakh. That is, all the 50,000 people are supposed to pay me 4 rupees, which is your 2 lakh. Or you can copy it from the previous one. The balance which you've not got is your calls in arrears. Okay, after this comes your next, that is your seventh entry. Okay, now after I'm done with the first and final call, I received money. I have to cancel those 5,000 shares because of non-payment. That means those 5,000 people have not paid. I need to cancel those shares. That will be your seventh journal entry. So here it will be share capital account. Okay, that is the number of shares which I'm going to cancel. Now how many shares am I going to cancel? 5,000 shares. Okay, because of non-payment. Now what is the face value of these shares? It is 10 rupees each. Okay, so into 10. Okay, so 50,000. Now I need to show an account of this 50,000. In this 50,000, how much money I have not received? It is shown here. How much money I have not received in that 50,000, I mean 5,000 into 10. That is 50,000 worth of people value. How much I have not received? I have not received 20,000. In which stage you have not received? It is first and final call. So you will mention the stage that you have not received. So you will write to share first and final call. I repeat, you will share, you will show how much money you've not received, at which stage you've not received. So you will write to share first and final call, but you will write the money that you've not received. How much I have not received? 4 rupees in those 5,000 people. So that is 220,000. Or you can check the previous journal entry. Calls and arrears is 20,000. So this is the money that you've not received. Okay. But in which stage you have not received, you will mention the stage and write the amount that you have not received. Okay. Now what is this difference? Which side is the difference? Here, 30,000. Okay. This 30,000 is called to share for feature account. Okay, simple logic. These 5,000 shares I'm going to cancel. Each share value is 10 rupees. In that, I've not received 4 rupees. Okay, in the first and final call stage. I've received already 6 rupees. The remaining 6 is already received at the stage of application allotment. Those stages, no? So I've received, which is a profit. You make a profit of 30,000, which is transferred to share forfeiture account. Okay. So what is the narration? Being how many shares? 5,000 shares forfeited. Forfeited is nothing but cancelled. Forfeited for non-payment of, why you're cancelling it? For non-payment of call money or first and final call money. Okay, done. After seventh entry, that is, this is for cancellation of those 5,000 shares. After I cancel those shares, I need to reissue it. That means I'm selling it to another person. The directors decided to reissue it for 7 per share. So I'm going to reissue it. I'm selling it to another person. So when I sell, again cash comes in. So you will write bank account debit. Okay. 2. What am I selling? I'm selling share cap. I'm selling a part of the share capital, right? So it will be share capital. Okay. Now how much money will I receive? I'm selling how many shares? 5,000 shares. For how much am I selling? It says it is sold at 7 rupees. So into 7. So that will give you 35,000. But how much I'm supposed to get? 50,000. That means I'm selling these 5,000 shares. The value of those shares is 10 rupees, right? So that 10 rupees worth of share, I'm selling it for 7 rupees, 35,000. So the remaining 3 rupees is a loss for me, correct? So that means the difference is how much? 15,000. Now this 15,000, it comes on the debit. You will write share for feature account. Share forfeiture account, bracket, okay, 5,000 into how much I have not received? 3 rupees. See, this is an optional, you can either do it this way, balance it and write the amount, and write share forfeiture account debit. Okay, if it's on debit column, it's debit. Okay, done. So what am I doing here? Being reissue of 5,000 shares for rupees 7, fully paid up. Fully paid up. Okay, you will just write the narration as to what you're doing. What am I doing here? I'm reselling those 5,000 shares for 7 rupees. Okay, so bank account debit, I'm getting 7 rupees on those 5,035, but I'm supposed to get 50,000 because each share value is 10 rupees. So the difference 15,000 is transferred to share forfeiture account. Now moving on to your 9th journal entry. Okay, moving on to your 9th journal entry. I said one entry for 7th is for cancellation of shares, cancellation of those shares for non-payment of call money. Then I'm reissue of those forfeited shares. Those cancelled shares are reissued. Then I make a profit out of these. Okay, so what will I do? I have to set right thing. So both the forfeitures, that is, you have share forfeiture 30,000 here. Your share forfeiture is 15,000. So the difference is 15,000. That 15,000 should be transferred to capital reserve. As I said, this is a profit I make because of cancellation. Okay, that means the 6 rupees which is already received on those 5,000 is a profit that I make because I'm cancelling those shares. Okay, same 5,000 shares, I'm reselling it for 7 rupees. But actually I'm supposed to sell it for 10 rupees. Okay, 10 rupees, but I'm selling it for 7 rupees. So I make a loss of 15,000. So 30,000 profit I make because of cancellation, 15,000 loss I make because of reissue. So the net profit that I make is 15,000. So you will write share for feature account debit to capital reserve. So what am I doing here? I'm transferring the profit that I make. That means 30,000 minus 15,000, which is my 15,000. This 15,000 will be transferred to my capital reserve. So narration would be being balance in forfeiture account transferred to capital reserve. Okay, so very simple. 7th entry is for cancellation. That means how many shares I'm going to cancel? 5,000 shares. So 5,000 into the face value of the share is 10 rupees, so 50,000. Okay, in that how much I have not received? I have not received 20,000, which is your calls in arrears. So, in which stage I have not received? First and final call. So, write first and final call thing and then write the amount that I have not received. The balance amount is transferred to share forfeiture account. Okay. Then, I'm going to reissue those 5,000 shares for money. That is for 7 rupees. I'll receive money. So, it is bank account debit. 5,000 into 7, 35, but I'm supposed to receive 50,000. The balance 15,000 is your is a loss that I make, which is transferred to share forfeiture account debit. Okay, then here I have share forfeiture 2, share forfeiture 30. Here it is debit, share forfeiture account debit 15. So the difference is 15,000, which I will transfer to capital reserve account. So share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve 15,000, 15,000.